everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you a closer look of the cart for Viper. So if you have any questions about the cart or how it works, then hopefully I'll be able to answer them in this video. The first thing that I want to show here is our seat belt. So this is basically just your regular car seat belt here. So you just tighten it and it clicks right in. So that's the seat belt. And then for Chicken Run, our first coaster, we had a bar that swiveled down. These are just fixed handlebars to hold on to. So that way there's more room, more leg room, and it's not in the way. And this is just a go-kart racing seat. In case you're wondering where we got the seat from, we just ordered it. It's Jegg's go-kart racing seat. So that is the top of the cart. Here is a closer look at the wheel assembly here on the front of the cart. So what it is we've got our understop roller here, which never makes contact, just for safety. Side roller, always making contact. It has play to the left and right. We have some play, as you can see, to the left and right. But that's because we don't want it to be tight the whole way around. We want it to have just a tiny bit of play, maybe just about less than an inch, so that it's not tight the whole way around, especially on turns. And then our front, this is the only thing that pivots, is our front two wheels here independently pivot on a caster. It's basically a caster, and then we took the actual wheel off the caster and replaced it with this wide roller. And so it pivots. So when it comes backwards, it pivots to the side, and that helps slow it down when it goes back and forth here at the end. If you've seen the video, it goes back and forth at the end. And when it goes backwards, it pivots, so that it helps slow it down. But the main reason for it pivoting is just when it goes around a turn, it needs to follow the track. When it doesn't pivot and it goes around a turn, it slows it down. It really needs to pivot. As you can see, there's a limit to how far it goes this way, and that way it can only go that far. So each way it's a limit. That is how the wheel assembly works in the front. The back wheel assembly here isn't too much different. The only difference is the running wheel here does not pivot, it's fixed. It's just got a bar going all the way across here. And so most of the weight is in the back. So that's why we have the front pivot, is because most of the weight is here on the back. So these back ones are fixed. So as you can see, it's the same thing. These rollers are steel. We have a steel roller with two bearings on each end. And then the understop is different. There's no bearings because it never puts into use. It's just washers, actually. And that's because, like I said, I've always said, it does not make contact. That's just for safety. But these, we have bearings because it goes pretty fast. We need some nice bearings for those. For peace of mind, we keep it locked up to the PVC pipe so that no one can access it when we're gone. Just use a master lock here. This lock is actually really cool because it's not just your standard combination lock. It's actually arrows, up, left, right, down. You can't just randomly do the arrows. There's a certain combination that I set with these arrows. So to reset, you just click down from the top. So I thought that was a really cool lock. I've never seen that before. So I thought that would be nice. You don't have to have a key for every time you come out here. And finally, here is a look at our chain lift system here. So let me take the cover off the engine, and we can take a closer look here. The main thing I want to show you of how our chain lift works is how we can control how to start and stop this chain lift when we've got a 4 horsepower gas engine. So when you start it, you're probably wondering, how can we start and stop it from all the way down in the station? What we have is this cable here, and this cable right here attached here comes all the way back down to the station. And that cable, when we pull a lever up, it puts tension on this belt here. And when it puts tension on this belt, the belt doesn't slip, it actually makes contact and engages, and that is what brings the cart up. And then when we want to stop it, we just let it back down. You can see there's no tension at all, so it just slips. So basically, starting and stopping it is just a matter of controlling whether this is slipping or the belt is not slipping. And I will show you how this works. What I am going to do is I am going to start the engine here. I'm going to go down to the station, pull up the lever, which will actually start the chain lift, will make the chain actually start to run. And then when I release the lever, the chain will stop and the engine will just be running. So here we go. Goes all the way down the chain lift here. Underneath here. And then we've got pulley there, here. It comes up right here. So what I do is when this is down, the belt is slipping, so the chain lift is not going, but the engine is just running. That's what it is when it's down, and then when I pull it up, the chain lift actually starts. And so instead of me just holding this all day, we have a little latch that you can put in to hold it up. So when it's in that position, that's usually when someone's going up the chain lift. It's like this, and once they get to the top, we put it back down, because if we were to let it run continuously, then if the hook ended up making its way on top of the track, then when the cart came down, it would end up hitting the hook, because the hook is made to grab onto here, right there. So that's why once the cart starts its layout, somewhere throughout the layout, you bring this down and you stop the chain lift from moving forward, so that the hook doesn't end up on top when the cart comes down from the drop and comes up and back and forth here. That is how the lever works for starting the chain. And here I will show how the hook hooks onto the cart. So let me pull the lever up real quick. Here it comes. And that is how it works. One other thing I forgot to show is the anti-rollback dogs, which you can see here. They're just spring-loaded. So I'll show you how they work with the cart. These are a recent addition. That's how they work. These anti-rollback dogs are just for safety. We're not going to have a rollback. We never have. But just in case the chain or something would fail, these are just to hold the cart. We don't have them here at the bottom because when the cart comes down from the drop, it comes up to here anyways. So we couldn't have them here because it goes backwards, back and forth. So we just have them towards the top here. But in case for some reason it would go backwards at the top, roller coasters have them too. I don't think they're ever going to be put into use, but it never hurts to have them anyways.